Obviously I was not born here. I was born in the Dominican Republic. So I'm coming from a place that literally at that moment when I was living there, like in the piece that I'm from, had no running water. To this day, only the people who have some money in my neighborhood have running water. Like they're still drinking rainwater, right? So obviously I came here and it's like, okay, obviously I want to do better, be better stuff. But there's a lot of things that still stop you from being as successful as you would be if you were somebody who had money. Like the whole internships that don't pay you, like everybody cannot take the luxury of taking an internship that can't pay you.
Yeah.
Like if you're somebody who got money, you don't care. Your parents are gonna pay for everything, so it doesn't matter. You can take that internship that's not gonna pay you. But when you're somebody who, oh, I want to make some money on the side because I want to pay for my metric card. I want to be able to pay for my coffee if I want after school. So you're gonna want to get an internship that's gonna pay you some money. Maybe you don't care about being paid hourly. Maybe if it's like a little bit of money, but you want something because you don't have that luxury of being out and doing all these things and spending money. Because a lot of times when you're doing this internship, it does come at an extra expense because you might have to buy lunch while you're out there and you have to pay for transportation to get there. So everybody doesn't have the luxury to take these unpaid internships. So that be backfiring on so many people. They'd be like, oh, just take whatever you get. Like, yeah, not everybody can actually, do that. And it's just true.
Yeah.
And even the fact of that there's certain minorities who have been pretty much deemed the minorities who you're supposed to like look up to and be like.
The model minority.
Like what? They're still minority, but they're the model minority. Like it's so retarded. Like the way that the system is framed is so retarded. Like that's so retarded. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just be sitting there like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like there's so many issues. And then the thing is like, I can sit here and bash America so much, but at the end of the day, if I was back in the Dominican Republic, I probably wouldn't even be able to go to college. Simple as that. I'd probably be freaking married living with a guy or something. Like it would be so different if I was back in DR where I'm from, where like my mom only went up to 8th grade. So yes, there's a lot of faults here, there's a lot of problems here, but at the end of the day, it does give me some opportunities that I would not have was I still in the Dominican Republic, where I was still in the countryside, because I'm from the countryside. That piece where I was from, I doesn't have those capabilities. Like my grandfather worked in agriculture. That doesn't make money. You're pretty much just planting food for you to eat this week, essentially. So it's complicated because I know there's so many flaws here and so many stuff, but it doesn't have the same flaws that my country does right now. Like my country's much worse. It's hard to point fingers like, okay, we're not doing so hard ourselves. So if I come here and point fingers, it's like, okay, we're not even that much better. Especially because DR has a problem with Haiti. That whole issue on that island is a big, big mess.